Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Enhanced Sports Show. My name is Louis Tenor, and I'll be here till 6 o'clock, or just prior to 6 o'clock, when Rizal McGee takes over his fine show, and a fine show it is. Don't forget Kevin Nixon with Just Us Sports Monday nights from 7 to 9, except in football season when it's 6 to 8, and Betty Canley with her new show coming very shortly. I think it's 6 to 7:30, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and don't forget, you can check us on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and type in the Enhanced Sports Show, and you'll hear this show. It's in entirety. And you want to subscribe? It's $4.95 a month. And I must say, I am thrilled that I'm getting new subscribers to the show here, but I thank you for that. I just wish I knew who you were. They don't come up, but I thank you nonetheless. All right, we got a lot to get to today, so let's get this party started. Diana will be along in a minute. Well, actually about 4:20. So because I wanted to save something with the hockey, some hockey notes for her. So I'll open up the lines here. Steve Davidson. Steve Kent. All right. Mikey. Good. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry. All right. So let's get started. All right. I don't know if any of you saw Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final between Edmonton and the Florida Panthers. Let's put it this way. Was that a game or was that a game? First off, I mean, because that had to be one of the best Stanley Cup finals probably since, both series of 2008 and 2009 when the Red Wings and the Pittsburgh Penguins both won a series apiece. I mean, because that came down to the final second as much as this one did. And I must say that was what I was expecting, from that series all along. Close knit, tight, and whatnot, and coming down to the final second, much like it did in Game 4. For the most part, though, it really didn't, stack up that way. Now, I expected that series to go 7. I don't know what anybody else was thinking, but I did. It just didn't go in exactly the exact form that I thought it was going to go because, it's not for nothing, but it's kind of hard to come back, down 3-0 and never mind just winning this series, trying to get back to a Game 7. But it did happen, and but I kind of knew that was going to go seven games. No question about that. But Game 7 had to go down as one of the best finals I think we've ever seen. And I really thought that Edmonton was going to try to tie up with one last goal, one last shot to tie the game, and we would have a Game 7 overtime, which hasn't happened, I think, since 1950, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, boy. Yeah. So the Panthers have the chance for the first time in their history. They beat the Oilers 2-1 in a low scoring affair, which I expected. Yes. Okay. This was the first time that they went to a Sun game being down 3-0. It has not been done since 1945, and no team has come back to win for being down 3-0 since 1942, which was the same year the dinosaurs started roaming the earth. Interesting. Okay, never mind. Sam Reinhart's goal in the second period was the deciding factor. Sergei Bobrovsky, or Bobby, as is now being known as, made 23 saves to secure the victory. Now, that was, like I said, that was the game I was putting this entire series. Nope. The Panthers became just the third team in the last 40 years to win the Cup after losing the finals the previous season. Because, as most of you will know from listening to the show over the years, know that it's when a team loses any kind of championship, whether it's the Super Bowl, the World Series, or anything, it's kind of like a backbreaker when you look at it. You're all hyped up and you came within that close of winning it, and then the next year you just kind of lose your focus on it, and then you slid right back down the other direction instead of acting like you're trying to contend from last year, because it doesn't always happen. I mean, case in point, the Buffalo Bills. No offense, of course, but of course, They lost the first to the Giants in the first game. They did make it back there in 3 years, but they got worse every year, and they haven't been the same since. So whenever a team loses, they kind of lose that momentum, and a team that wins, they forgot. Oh yeah, we got to defend now, but they get so you know uh, they get so rested on their laurels that they forget they have to defend, and it's like, whoops. Well, we didn't do so hot this year. I call it championship hangover, and it happens a lot. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm not expecting either team to contend next season. I mean, I could be wrong, of course, but I've seen it happen too often where they're all high and mighty the first after the championship, and then crash and burn the next. It's happened. It's happened so many times before in the pro sports world, and who's to say it's not going to happen again? Of course. Yeah. So to continue on, Panthers captain Alexander Barkov was awarded the cup by Commissioner Gary Bettman. I can't stand him. And after his skate, Barkarov skated to Bobrovsky. He said he deserves it. It's been a long time, Barkarov said. Bobby, he played incredible. Head coach Paul Maurice, who joined the franchise 2 years after stepping down as head coach of the Jets, the Winnipeg Jets, I should say, now not the New York Jets, the Winnipeg Jets, had been in the finals twice and finally got his first Stanley Cup as a head coach. It's kind of like when Raymond Bourque finally got the Stanley Cup after 22 years playing back in 2001 against the Devils. I have to say that. Yuck. All right, fellas. So, what were your thoughts on Game 7 of the whole series? I mean, I thought it was a doozy, and I call it an instant classic, no question about it. So, Steve Kent, I'm going to start that with you. Your thoughts on Game 7? I knew it. Hmm. No, it didn't. Yeah, I would think so too. Mhm. Right, yeah. I was just going to get to that. But now I know what you're thinking. Right. Okay. Steve Davidson, your thoughts? Yeah. Hey, Mikey, does that remind you of Game 7 between Rangers and Vancouver? I do too. I do too. The only thing missing from that was an icing call. The only thing missing from that was an icing call at 1.6 seconds to go. Oh yeah. Thank you, Bobby. Yes, it was an exciting hockey game, and it doesn't get much better than that. Right down to the wire, low scoring, which I expected. the goaltenders were really on their game. That's what makes for a game 7. But what it really comes down to, gentlemen, is this: that it comes down to one thing when you get to this point. I mean, you play since September with preseason and then go through the regular season, the playoffs. It all comes down to one thing and one word, and that word is no. The password is the password is stamina. That's what you need. Yeah. Yep. Right. That's another reason why. Oh boy, coming to the Rangers. I would love to see that. See, that's the thing too. Why we don't see any dynasties anymore, because everybody's looking for free agency and breaks up the team, no less. And that's why it's always tough to repeat. And when Drysdale, bolting out, and half of the Panthers looking for free agent deals. That's another reason why I don't see it happening next year for either team. You know, it's not unusual. Yeah. The dynamic duo breaks up. I see. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens from that point. Now, speaking of McDavid, now I know a lot of controversy was surrounding, of course, by him winning the Conn Smythe Trophy. All right, so the Oilers lost in 7 games. McDavid, though, was named MVP. It's unusual for a player from a losing team to be awarded the Conn Smythe Trophy, but this is not the first time this has happened. It's been a long time since it has happened, but it has happened before. He is the sixth player on a losing team to win the trophy, and the first game in 1976 with Reggie Leach with the Flyers. Excuse me. The others were all goaltenders. Jean Sebastian Shiger of the Ducks in 2003. I remember that. Flyers. I want to mention this name. Ron Hextall in 1997. Glenn Hall of the Blues in 1968, and Roger Crozier of the Red Wings in 1966. The commissioner announced McDavid was the winner. The trophy was at the top of the ice. The Panthers fans booed as McDavid's name was selected as the trophy winner, of course. And that's what I kind of expected. Didn't take it very kindly. However, McDavid was already in the dressing room as his name was called and did not return to the ice to receive the trophy. In other words, I say as sore loser. Okay. After the game, the Panthers celebration was heard in the distance, probably across the state of Florida. I would think so. A despondent McDavid did acknowledge the achievement by the Panthers. Now, here's the thing that most people don't understand, except for diehard hockey fans like Steve Kent and I, that it's not what you do in the finals that gets you the Conn Smythe Trophy. It's how it's all done throughout the postseason, from the first playoff round to the last. Now, here's why McDavid got. McDavid had 42 points, and the fourth most points in playoffs, only behind Wayne Gretzky, 47, 1985, and 43 by Super Mario with 44, both who won the trophy those seasons. He has 11 points in the final, just 2 points shy of Wayne Gretzky's record, 1988. But the one thing he did do was post back 4-point games in the final. Nobody has done that. Not even Gretzky, Messier, or anybody else for that matter. David also broke Gretzky's postseason assist record with 34. Gretzky only had 31, even in his glory years. We knew this would be a tight game going into Game 7. It had to come down to one thing. We were an inch away from taking the lead for the Panthers. It did say in reference to a bouncing puck at the Panthers clear from the crease before Reinhart scored the go-ahead winning goal in the second period. This was the furthest that McDavid has ever gone in the postseason. McDavid has 5 scoring titles, 1 goal scoring title, and 3 Hart trophies as the league MVP, the Players Association Player of the Year four times now, as the Conn Smythe Trophies collection. But he also said it's not a Stanley Cup final. But I think overall, he is definitely well worth deserving of winning the Conn Smythe Trophy for all his work that he did in the postseason. Because, like we said, nobody has really had a postseason like that. And truthfully, it is well deserving that he did win the Conn Smythe Trophy. Uh, hold on, Di, let me finish. Steve Davidson, your thoughts on that first? Yeah, only 6 players have ever done that, man. Steve Kent, right? Correct. So it all. Yes, yes, absolutely. Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. That's the thing most people get confused about. Because I've often said too, it doesn't go to the winning team and who did the best in the finals. It's all around playoffs. A lot of people, do we know the nincompoop's name? Of course. We're doing hockey, Steve, not football. But anyway, right. But still, you never know with the ESPN writers, and of course, there's always going to be one of the bunch. I'm not surprised. All right. Okay, Diane, you were trying to mention something. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Bobrovsky would have been my second choice, but overall, with David the way he has postseason, there was really no question about it. Mike, how about you? No, that was no, Mike. See, the Stanley Cup goes to the most valuable player of the entire playoffs, not just. and I think it was well deserved. Definitely well deserved. Unless you had someone else in mind. Well, that was a long time ago. Yeah, yeah, but I would have to say it would have to go down to either Bobby or McDavid. Plain simple. That was my choice. How do you like that? Uh-huh. Well, Bubba Rob well, Barkov would have been good too. I mean, yeah, no question about that either. I mean, that would be another good choice. I won't argue that, but still. Well, but right. That's what I thought too. Barkov was Barkov was on the Panthers die. Yep. Yes, the captain. All right. And I don't think the parade has happened yet, but I think it's gonna be on Monday if I'm correct. No, the parade, the victory parade. Yeah, and I love a parade. But yeah, yeah, good. Yeah, because I think that's not unusual, Steve. That's not unusual at all. Uh huh. All right, we'll see about that. All right. Well, uh, Florida Panthers won of their first in their 30 history, and are the favorites to win next season. We'll see about that though. At all the major sports books across the nation, the Panthers are the odds-on favorites to win again next year at plus 900. That according to ESPN Bet and several other major sports operations. Not that I buy into that nonsense, but that's what they do. Next up, hey, get this: the Oilers at 10-1. What a surprise! And according to the same source, the Panthers are seeking to repeat as champions since their state rivals in Tampa Bay did in the 2019-2020 season and 2020-2021 seasons. Um, but they entered at plus 900, but were not the favorites in that year. Go figure that out. If the price holds up by opening night, it will tie the 06-07 Senators and the 23-2024 Hurricanes. And the Avalanche have the longest odds for a preseason favorite since 1984. Wow. The Dallas Stars are tied with the Panthers for odds at plus 900 at several of the other leading sports books, including ESPN Bet. The Panthers are the sole leader at the rival FanDuel. I think I'd take FanDuel more than anybody else. Hurricanes are 10-1, and the Avalanche are 12-1 at this point in time. But of course, I'm not really sure I buy into that stuff. I mean, the Hurricanes at 10-1, that looks good. Avalanche, I think those odds might be a little bit high at 12-1, like that. But like I said, with the free agency coming and the Panthers looking to jump ship, and the Oilers, their star duo might not be back. I'm not so sure I believe these odds. I think these odds I think are a little bit too high. I don't think Florida's gonna have the same power if they're gonna lose half their guys to free agency. So I really don't see this happening as them repeating much. All right, so Steve Davidson, your thoughts on this? If you buy into this stuff, thank you, Steve Kent. I like that. I like this sound. So would I. Right. All right. Mike. Yeah, Diane. Oh, Steve. By the way, I was just reading something that the Capitals and the Knights made a trade. Yeah, but one in particular, they took Logan Thompson from the Golden Knights. Hmm. Yeah, right. That is. Yeah, I just thought you know that because since you are the Capitals fan here. Um, yeah. So I just thought I'd bring that up. So it's looking a little bit decent now. Yes. Yeah, right. All right. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Getting a goaltender, uh, he's done. Getting a goaltender became a priority for the Capitals after they traded Darcy Kemper, one of the offseason most first major deals, which saw him receive top six center Pierre-Luc Dubois from the Kings. On Thursday, the Capitals made a trade with Andrew Manipine, who scored 14 goals and 40 points in 74 games during the season. And adding Thompson gives the Capitals a Stanley Cup winner and All Star who went 25, 14, and 5 with a 2.7 goals against average and 9.08 save percentage in the regular season. Not bad. He also posted a 2.35 GAA and a 9.21 save percentage in 4 games before the Golden Knights turned to Aiden Hill. Then the defending champions were eliminated in the first round by the Dallas Stars. Yeah. So this looks good. Vegas need less than 2 hours to find Thompson's replacement as received goaltender Arika Schmid and forward Alexander Holtz from the Devils. Okay, in exchange for forward Paul Paul Hunter and a 2025 third round pick. Any thoughts? Anybody? They did. They did. Yeah. 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 Good day, Alex. Absolutely. Yeah. Good afternoon, Alex. Yeah. All right. All right. So now we'll move on to the NHL awards. Diana, I say this just for you. Ready? All right. So the NHL awards are handed out Thursday night, and I happen to have here the list of who did what. And I will explain for those of you who don't know what the awards mean. Okay. All right. The Hart Memorial Trophy, that's presented to the most valuable player in the NHL, not just the playoffs, but overall. And the winner of that was Nate McKinnon, the forward of the Colorado Avalanche. What a shock! All right, Nate is the trophy winner, as well as the most valuable player to his team. He sweeps the MVP awards, including winning his first Hart Memorial Trophy after securing the Ted Lindsay Award earlier. Uh, he finished we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. So he finished first in votes, points of 137, finished with 47 points. Nikita Kucherov was second with 1,269 points and had 50 to 77 points. Points. And Connor McDavid was third at 845 points. How interesting. And Austin Matthews was fourth at 756. All right. Vezina Trophy. That's the award to the league's top goaltender. And that goes to Connor Hellebuyck of the guard for the Jets. Hellebuyck is this year's Vezina Trophy winner, the league's best goaltender. Kind of find hard to believe. He won his second Vezina Trophy after taking over hardware in the 2019-2020 season. Thatcher Demko was second with 70 points. Sergei Bobrovsky, the Panthers, was third with 40 points. Igor Shesterkin, fourth with 7 points. What are you, nuts? 7 points? You would place Demko of the Canucks over Shesterkin of the Rangers? Is there something about this picture, or is it just me? Igor come on. Is there something about this picture, guys? Go ahead, Steve. 7 points. Igor. Even Thatcher? Even Demko of the Canucks? Huh. Oh yeah, he did. But since the injury, I mean, the Canucks really didn't do much, and I thought Igor deserved better. I mean, he did get the Rangers all the way to the conference finals and lost in Game 7. And he had tremendous goaltending, all season long. So I thought it was well deserved. Yeah, maybe I'm just being biased because I'm a Ranger fan myself, but yeah. Mike, are you all right? Okay, you need a phone. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Alex. Yeah. All right. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I guess not. All right, so now we'll move on. Oh, we got some more hockey awards to do, of course. So it goes. That's on the right page. All right. Okay, here we go. The Ted Lindsay Award. That is the award given to the most outstanding player, as voted by the Players Association. McKinnon won that award as well. Nate the Great, as they call him, won the Ted Lindsay Award, given to the player voted the most outstanding during the regular season by the league's players. McKinnon wins his first Ted Lindsay Award after in his career, previously finishing as a finalist twice. Hmm. All right. Any thoughts on that? All right, nothing. All right, the Memorial Trophy. That was the Ted Lindsay Award. Yep. Yes. I think you're right. Yeah, I have to. Yes. Yeah, it should be, but you never know what's. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yes. Usually it does. Yeah. All right, moving on. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to cover this much hockey, guys, but apparently I am. All right. Yeah, because I got a lot of other stuff to do too. All right. The James Norris Award that goes to the top defenseman in the NHL. It does go to a player named Hughes, but it's not Jack. It goes to the brother. It goes to Quinn. Sorry. It goes to the brother. Yeah, Quinn uh, had had a 92-point campaign this season. The Blue Line has been crowned this season's top defenseman, but I'm sure Jack is happy. 92 points this season. Yes. So Vancouver, Vancouver. Quinn got 1,864 points, a landslide victory. Roman Josie, 1,207 points. Cal Maker of the Avalanche, 893. Adam Fox, the Rangers, 229. Evan Brochard of the Oilers, 212. Don't, yep, they only have the top five, so we can't really say that. Ah, here's something though. The Calder Trophy, given the league's top rookie, Connor Bernard for the Blackhawks. Okay, no surprise there. Luke actually finished third in this category, so that's something to be worth of the die. So it's not all bad. So he entered the NHL as a top prospect in his draft class last year and exits with the Calder Memorial Trophy. Brock Faber of the Wild was okay. Well, Bednard 1,008 points. Brock Faber of the Wild 1,464. Luke Hughes 686, not bad. Freiter per Kolchinov 405. Excuse me, I butcher up these names. And Logan Cooley of the Coyotes, now known as the Utah hockey team. Oh boy. The Frank J. Seelig Trophy goes to a forward who demonstrates the most skills in the defensive component of the game. And that went to Barkov of the Panthers. What a shock. Right. Pierre Bergeron. Yes. Yeah. All right, moving along. But Austin Matthews also a finalist as well, and Jordan Stahl. Hmm. All right, the Jordan Stahl forward. Yes, he is. He's a forward. All right, the Frank J. Seelig Trophy goes to Dennis forward. Borowski has. Oh, I'm sorry. The Jack Adams Award, or it should be called Coach of the Year, went to Rick Tocchet of the Canucks. Rick Bolas of the Jets was second. Andrew Burnett of the Predators was third. All good choices, to be honest with you. And Peter Laviolette finished fourth. Oh boy. Yeah, I, I'll give you that. Give you that. Yeah, you're probably right there. All right, so we have the draft this weekend. I don't think I have time to go through everything because this. I mean, look, this is a fast moving show, and we can't do them all. But I think it's clear that McKellen Celebrini of the Sharks was going to be taken number one overall. No question about that, right? Right. I mean, the hype was on all year. Uh, no question about that. And yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far, but he's good enough. But yeah, but Bernard, is kind of disappointing though. I mean, rookie of the year now. He didn't do much for Chicago overall because he still finished in the basement this year. Yeah, yeah, right, right. Okay. All right, I gotta move on though. Okay. So anyway, the 18-year-old projected to be the draft's number one overall selection, followed the celebrated freshman season at good old Boston U. Uh, Celebrini at 17 became the youngest player to win the Hobie Baker Award. That's the top scorer in college hockey. 32 goals and 64 points in only 38 games. Wow. Only Paul Correa, Jack Eschel, and Adam Fante have ever won the award in their freshman year. In the same season, Scalabrini was the Hockey East Player of the Year, as well as Rookie of the Year and Rookie of the Year scoring champion. How about that? The resume put him atop of the draft boards and was on the Sharks' radar when they won the draft lottery last month. Before joining the college ranks, he did play in the USHL for the Chicago Steel, that's a minor league team, and guided them to an Eastern Conference Finals berth with 46 goals in just 50 games and 86 points. So it's no wonder why he was selected first in the draft. I mean, this kid, I think you're right, Alex. This might be another generational talent. They do. No question about that. They have for so long. So let's run down some of the other names here. All right. The Blackhawks take Atum Leshnov, a defenseman from Michigan State. The Ducks select Beckett Sensky, a right winger from Oshawa, as I think the OHL. Yes. Blue Jackets like Camden Lindstorm, a center. The Canadians take Ivan Demoff, a right winger from St. Petersburg, Russia. Utah's like CJ Ignawa from the center from Kawaba. Oh, okay. We got some here. Center State Carter uh, Yakamuka defenseman from Calgary. Moving along, the center number 8, the Kraken take uh, Berkeley Kedden, a center from Spokane. The Flames select Zane Patrick, a defenseman from Saginaw, Michigan. The Devils take Anton Slayev, a defenseman from I think it's from the KHL, if I'm not mistaken. The Sharks take Sam Dickinson. That's Russian Hockey League. The Sharks take Sam Dixon, defenseman from London. I think it's in the OHL, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the Ontario Hockey League. The Flyers take Zeev Bowman, a defenseman from Denver. The Wild take Jet Lunchkano, a center from Gelpeth. I think this is again the Russian hockey leagues. Number 4, yeah, OHL, Ontario. All right. Sabres take Constant Havanos, a center from Lukart. The Red Wings take Michael Frankston Nygaard, a right winger. The Blues take Adam Jerkic, a defenseman. I think this is from the Russian league. I thought I had. Oh, the CHL. The Czech Republic. Okay. Yeah. Checkmate. Oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, you get the idea, fellas. All right. Oh, just let me get something here. Oh, that's the wrong page. Yeah, we'll do the NBA draft as well. Yeah, I didn't have time to write this down last night, guys, for obvious reasons, but you just bear with me on that and the names. Yeah. All right. 17. The Capitals take right winger Tarek Pasnak from Prince George. Oh, I like that one, Steve. The Blackhawks like Sasha Vomiser, a center from Muskegon. Golden Knights like Trevor Connolly, a right winger from Tri City. The Islanders take Cole Elgerman, a left winger from the USA Under 18 League. Uh, for some of you. The Canadiens take Michael Haig, a center from Chicago. The Predators take Jaeger Surin, a center from Yaroslavl. The the Leafs take Satane Stolberg, a defenseman from Valgarega. Avalanche take Cole Buden, a center from Bowery. That's in Canada. That's Canada. Bruins take Dean Luchanoff, a center from St. Andrews College. Kings take Liam Greentree, a right winger from Windsor, Ontario. The Hurricanes take Marek Vanacracker, a left winger from Brantford. The Flames take Mateo Gidron, a white winger from Muskegon. The Stars take Emil Hemming, a right winger from CPS. That must be in Toronto somewhere. Rangers take EJ Finland. The Finnish league, of course. Rangers take EJ Emery, a defenseman from Team USA under 18. I like it. The Ducks take Ben Danford, a center from Oshawa. And finally, the Flyers take Sam Morelli, a left winger from London, Ontario, in the OHL. All right, guys. So, any thoughts on this first round draft picks? Yes. Uh huh. Right. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. Okay. So let's move on to the NBA draft. All right. Now this one I have all placed on here. All right. For the second year in a row, the NBA top draft went to a Frenchman, Zachary Rochier from France. The Wizards take draft Alex Sarr from Perth. The Rockets, the Rockets take draft Reed Shepard from Kentucky. I like this one. Spurs draft Stefan Castle from UConn. I like that. Pistons draft Ron. Yes. The Pistons draft Ron Holland II from the G League Ignite. The Hornets draft Tejane Sultan from wherever that is, Horeb Basket, wherever that is. Yeah. Okay, my question is, I'm not knocking how good these French players are, but for some reason, yeah, but as the Americans, just stepped down a bit in quality, had the French caught up. I mean, mhm, yeah, okay, yeah, right. You've taken too. Yeah, right. All right. So if I may continue, okay. So all right, where was I? Oh, okay. Number seven, the Blazers draft Donovan Cunning Klingen from UConn. I like that. First draft, Rob Dillingham from Kentucky traded to the Timberwolves. There's some controversy about that. Number 9, Grizzlies take Zach Edey from Purdue. Number 10, Jazz take Cody Williams from Colorado. The Bulls draft Matas Bolzis from G League Ignite. The Thunder take Nikola Topic from Corbeia Zendaba. That's another French one, I think. The Kings take Devin Carter from Providence. The Blazers take Bud Carrington from Pittsburgh, traded to the Wizards. Steve, I gotta be happy. You should be. You did. All right. Okay. Moving on. All right. The Heat draft Kato Ware from Indiana. Oh, excuse me. The Sixers draft Jared McCain from Duke. Not bad. Not bad. The Lakers draft Dalton Keshnet from Tennessee. The Magic dealt Tristan De Silva from Colorado. The Raptors take Jacoby Walter from Baylor. Cavaliers draft Jalen Tyson from Cal. The Pelicans draft Yusas Missy from Baylor. The Suns draft Deron Holmes III from Dayton, trade to the Nuggets. The Bucks draft A.J. Johnson from Iowa. Probably. Oh, I think ours is the worst. The Knicks draft Keyshawn George from trade to the Wizards. Number 25, the Knicks draft Paycom Dowett from Raptorium Ulm, wherever that is. I mean, I don't know where that is. That's gonna be the worst pick. Wizards draft Germany. Okay. Wizards draft Dylan Jones from Weber State, traded to the Thunder by way of the Knicks. Okay. Timberwolves draft Terrence Sharon Jr. from Illinois. Nuggets draft Ryan Dunn from Virginia, traded to the Suns. Jazz draft Isaiah Collier from USC. Celtics draft Baylor Shannon from Creighton. I hate Creighton, as you know. Yeah. And there's only 30 in the first round. Okay. Raptors take Jonathan Oguba from San Francisco, and the Jazz take Kyle Popovsky of Duke at number 32. All right, guys. Any thoughts on the draft here? That's going to help. No, I think maybe. Is that you, Dana? Yeah. Hold on. Is that you, Dana? Okay, I thought so. All right. All right. We're just going over the draft. One at a time. No. Right. Oh, by the way, what does everybody think of the Lakers getting the new coach, which I don't think is a good idea? I mean, there's no coaching experience whatsoever. And, he did a podcast with LeBron. I mean, really, I'm the only one thinking this is not going to be a good idea. Yeah. All right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Medic, please. No. I gave him a crit. Yes, Steve. All right, go ahead. Oh, no. Right. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, Steve. Your UFC report. Right. Okay. All right. Dang your trivia. Okay. Power. Go ahead, Steve. I mean, go ahead, Diane. You give me no. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, the guy will quickly die. So anything else? Cleveland Barons. Cleveland Barons. They didn't last that long. The Minnesota North Stars, now the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars, thank you. Stars. All right. All right. So more news here. LeBron James intends to opt out of his final year of his deal. The Lakers for 51.4 million are working a new deal. What a shock. LeBron had till about 20 minutes ago to inform the Lakers of his decision. Whether he did or not, that's his problem. The Lakers are committed to keeping LeBron, as he would be interested in offering the four-time MVP the 3-year, $162 million max deal that he is eligible for. The Lakers drafted LeBron's eldest son, Bronny, in the second round, drafted 55th overall. Now, we pretty much knew, though, that Bronny was not going to get selected in the first round for obvious reasons, correct? I mean, he isn't that great of a player. He wasn't that great in college either. That's, yeah, yeah. But the dog, yeah, yes. Um, Alex, yeah, Alex, you forgot something. I think I knew that. Alex, you forgot something though. Alex, you forgot something. You forgot the dog too. There we go. All right. Right. Yeah. He's a diva. He's a diva. But he's a diva there. You're right. You're right though, Steve. He's a diva. And I don't like divas. Oh, okay. It's that time of year again where we have the ESPY Awards. All right, now I'll read this off carefully. Now we don't have a lot of time, so I need to get these answers quickly. We got to invoke in the 5-minute rule, guys. We got to do it. Okay. All right. So starting with the where are we here? Okay. Best athlete in the men's sports competition. Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs. Showing the money Otani of the Angels now with the Dodgers. Scotty Scheffler for PGA. McDavid, the Oilers. Steve, go quickly. Alex, Mike, Diane, Alex, Dana. Yeah, I think I'd go Mahomes too. All right. Best woman athlete. Okay, this should be easy. Caitlin Clark, Iowa. Cocoa Puffs from sorry. Or was it Rice Krispies? Don't forget. Nelly Corda for the LPGA and Asia Wilson of the Aces. Oh, all right. Steve, Mike, American Diane, Dana, Alex. Unanimous. Clark it is. Okay. Now listen to this one carefully, guys. Best breakthrough athlete. Okay, listen to that carefully. Hagel Bryant of LSU Gymnastics, C.J. Stroud of the Houston Texans, Juju Watkins USC Women's Basketball, or Victor Wembanyama of the Spurs. Steve, Mike, Victor, Victor, Alex, Diane. If we need the name, Victor's fine. Victor's fine. Dana, Wembanyama. I'm going with Stroud. I'm going with Stroud here. Sorry. All right, moving on. Best record breaking performance. All right. Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown for a record breaking 17 straight games for the 49ers. Caitlin Clark becomes the NCAA all time scoring leader, breaking Pistol Pete's record. Tara Van Dever, Stanford women's basketball, gets 1,203rd win to pass Coach K for most wins by any coach in NCAA basketball history. And Max Verstappen wins his 10th consecutive race victory at Italian Grand Prix. Steve? Mike? Ooh, interesting. Alex? Diane? From the Grand Prix. Okay. Dana? You know what Diane said? You mean the Italian Grand Prix? I didn't think we had that many auto racing fans here. I'm gonna go with this one becomes a shock. I'm gonna go with McCaffrey. All right. Best championship performance. Ready? Michigan's Blake Corum and Will Johnson, the 2024 College Championship MVPs. Kayla Martell, Boston College Women's Lacrosse. Mitch Pruce for the New York, New Jersey Gotham in the NWL Championship MVP. That's the Women's Soccer League. Or Jalen Brown of the Celtics. I think we all have a clear view here of who that is. You can all say it in unison if you want. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Jalen Brown. Jalen. What can Brown do for you? What can Brown do for you? Win a championship. What else? Okay. All right. Listen. To this very carefully. All right. Best comeback athlete. This is interesting. Simone Biles, gymnast. Paige Beckers of University of UConn. I like it. Wacko Flacco of the Browns, and Zion. Okay, pick your poison here, Steve. Alex, Mike, Diane, Dana. That's not a bad guess. I mean, remember, guys, there's no right or wrong here. I'm gonna go with Alex. I'm gonna go with Paige. That's one of my favorite players. Yeah. Okay. Best play. Jada Coleman calls game sending Oklahoma their fourth straight championship in NCAA softball, although nobody pays attention to that much. Anthony Edwards, dunk of the year. Oh, yeah. Ah, you guys will love this one. Alabama scores on 4th and 31 to beat Auburn. Lamar Jackson caught his own pass and ran with it for a touchdown. Yeah. All right. All right. What's the play of the year? Steve? Mike? You're going to take. Oh, okay. Alex? Yeah. Dana? Diane? Diane? I'm taking Lamar Jackson on that one. By the way, the awards will be announced on July 11th. All right. Oh, best team. Now listen carefully, guys. Listen carefully. Best team. The South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Michigan Wolverines for NCAA football, of course, the Vegas Aces, the University of Yukon Huskies men's basketball team, yeah, Oklahoma Sooners NCAA softball, that basketball team from Boston, whose name I'm not going to mention, uh, the Florida Panthers of the NHL, and the Texas Rangers. All right, Steve, best team. Mike? Okay, okay. I like that. Alex. Oh, all right. Dana. We need team, not player. Team. I'll take Vegas Aces. Diane. Mike's having trouble with his phone. Mike, your phone. Tornado. Uh, hmm. You know what? This is going to come as quite a surprise to you, but I'm going to go with South Carolina Gamecocks. Yeah. No, there is no right or wrong here, guys. There is no right or wrong here. Okay. Best college athlete men. Jaden Daniels, LSU football. Zach Edey, Purdue men's basketball. Osame Zalia, Clemson soccer. Pat Kavanaugh of Notre Dame lacrosse. I think this is going to be an easy one. Steve, Mike, Alex. All right. Okay, Diane, Dana. I got a big surprise for all of you. Zach Edey. There we go. Okay. All right. Best women's athlete. Uh, Helga Bryant, LSU gymnastics. Kaylin Clark, LSU Iowa basketball, of course. Sarah Franklin, Wisconsin volleyball. Izzy Sakine, Northwestern lacrosse. I think this is an easy one, guys. You can all say it together on the count of three. One, two, three. Thank you. Clark. For a minute there, I thought you said Dick Clark. Oh. Hello, Miriam. That's a joke, folks. That's a joke. You missed it. Thank you. All right. Now here's the interesting one. Listen carefully. We don't get a lot of this here. Now, these names are going to be unfamiliar to you, but let me tell you what, because this represents best athlete with a disability. And I know these names are not household names, but you got to give them credit for this, though. Okay. So we have Jaden Blackwell, world champion sprinter, Erizer French, world champion high jumper, Brina Bay, snowboarding champion, Oksana Masters, cross country skier, and hand cycling. These are all pretty interesting here. So I want you to think about that one while you make your choice. Anyway, all right. Okay. It's a tough choice here, guys. So I don't blame you for time on this one. It's a really tough choice. I'm gonna go with Blackwell. All right. Best NFL player. Miles Garrett, the Browns, Lamar Jackson, Ravens, Mahomes, the Chiefs, McCaffrey, 49ers. Steve, Mike, Alex. All right, Dana, Diane, Miriam. All right. Again, tough choice here, guys. But if I were a betting man, this which I'm not, I'm gonna go with McCaffrey, best MLB player. Yeah, seriously here. Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Braves. Yeah, right. Garrett Cole of the Yankees. Show me the money Otani of the Angels. Corey Sager, of the Rangers. Steve. Right. Mike. Of course. Alex. You going where? Okay. Dana. All right. Okay. That's fine. Diane. Miriam. I don't want to share this. Uh, I gotta go with Otani. I don't want him, but I'll go with him anyway. Yeah. All right. Best NHL player. Kucherov of the Lightning. McKinnon of the Avalanche. Matthews of the Leafs. And the Wonder Boy himself, McDavid of the Oilers. Steve. Name. Name, Steve. Yeah, because we're looking for best NHL player, not best NHL team. All right. Mike. All right. Alex. All right. Dana. Okay. Diane. All right. Miriam. Thank you. Come on, wherever you are. All right. All right. Best NBA player. Luca of the Mavericks. Shai Alexander, the Thunder. The Joker for the Nuggets. Jason Tatum for the Celtics. Channing Tatum was not available. Oh boy. Okay. Steve. Mike. Uh, Matt. Alex. No. Yeah, okay. Alexander. Okay. Dana. Okay. Joker. Dana. Diane. Miriam. I'm going with the Joker himself. All right. WNBA player. All right. Napsia Collier of the Minnesota Lynx. Brianna Stewart, the Liberty. Elisa Thomas of the Sun. Asia Wilson, Aces. Mike, I'll start this with you. Ooh. Steve. Steve. Alex. Dana. Diane. Miriam. I do. I do. Miriam. I'll get back to her. I got a big surprise for you. Asia Wilson of the Aces. That's my pick. Yep. Two-time champion. Come on. All right. Best golfer. Nelly Corda, Sheffley, Scheffler, Leah Boo. Steve? Really? Mike? It's Sheffley. It's Sheffley, and then there's Sheffley. They're not the same person. All right. Alex. Ah, okay. Dana. Diane. I'm gonna go with Sheffley. No. Miriam. Best tennis player: Carlos Alcaraz, uh, Novak Djokovic, Coco Krispies, Inga Swiatek. Steve, I did I did it on purpose too. All right, Steve. All right, Mike Djokovic. Novak Novak Djokovic. That's the Joker. All right, Dana, Diane, Miriam. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Alcatraz. Yeah, Alcatraz. Okay, that's it. Winners will be announced on the 11th. As you can see, guys, we're doing a different type of show today. I'm not reading off news articles. I mean, so much stuff is happening, in the sports world, all these awards and everything. I thought that'd be the best way to go this week. So we're not doing very congratulations. Speaking of congratulations, I want to congratulate. Yeah. Speaking of congratulations, I want to congratulate. Speaking of congratulations, I want to congratulate University of Tennessee for winning the College World Series this week. That's correct. Tennessee won over Texas A&M, won in Game 5, 6-5 in Game 3 of the World Series College Finals. The Volunteers bounced back from the Game 1 loss and won 2 straight and became the first number 1 national seed to win the NCAA tournament since Miami Day way back when in 1999. And Prince had nothing to do with it. Oh, no. Okay. They did play like it's 1999, even though it's now 2024. Okay. That was bad. Tennessee, 16-13, held an Aggies offense, averaging 8.5 runs per game for the season to lead 6 runs over the last 20 innings of the finals, with Xander Zykrist and Nate Snead doing the heavy lifting Monday before the Aggies came back to score 4 runs and get the tying run to the plate in the ninth. Aaron Combs struck out Hayden's shot, Ted Burton to win the game and summed up a tail celebration behind the pitcher's mound, and I was there to watch it. What a game! Ugh. Tennessee had made runs before. The Vols reached the College World Series in 2021 and went 0-2. The next year, they were number 1 national seed and lost in a 3-game Super Regional. They were last year, and they slugged their way back again this year, making it to the finals for the first time since the 1951 team lost to Oklahoma in that championship game. Anybody see that? That was quite a game. Yeah. Mhm. The next day. Schrader. Schrader. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving along here. Oh, being at that time of the month again where we discuss the best and worst, what is your best and worst of the month of June? Mhm. Wow. Alex? Alex? Yeah. Yeah, okay, okay. My best and worst. All right. We can try that again. Okay. Diane, best and worst. All right. And the worst? Yeah. All right, Dana. Sports only. Sports only, Dana. Sports only. Sports only, Dana. Try again. Well, we'll say that for another time. It's a sports show, guys. Keep it. All right, all right. Diane, Diane. All right. Okay, but just keep it sports. Diane. All right, Diane. Nothing. Okay, well, mine has to be with the U.S. Open. I mean, that came down to a one-stroke victory, and that thing had to be the best moment of that. Of course, also the Florida Panthers winning by just by a hairline fracture. The worst I think would have to be was with that college football player that was shot this just about a week ago. I mean, there was nothing. That's nothing worse than you that's you know. I always hate to take tragic notes, but nothing worse than somebody taking your life. Speaking of idiot of the week, all right, how many of you got a chance to watch the U.S. soccer team against Panama on Thursday night? This was ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. I'm going to do a rant here. Forgive me. U.S. coach Greg uh, Belhar called Tim Way's costly red card ridiculous, and it was. Wade We was shown a red card in the 18th minute after extending his hand, striking Panama defender Roderick Miller in the back of his head in an off-ball incident. Wade was initially given a warning, meaning a yellow card, but was changed to red by an official after a video review. Oh, really? Please. We talked before on the tendencies of this official, and we knew he was capable of. I think, to be honest, I think we played right into his hands, said Van to reporters in a news conference. And we made the decision, I think, very easily. Tim got bumped, he got checked, and then reacted. He then apologized to the group, and I think he understands what difficult position that the group was put in. Nevertheless, we had to move on and how to figure out how to win the next game, which will be on Monday night against Uruguay. Fordran Balong scored the U.S. Men's team goal 4 minutes after Way's red card and delivered, but the lead did not last long as Caesar Blackman scored the tying goal. Jose Philandro scored the go-ahead goal in the 83rd minute, the 2-1 victory, and dealt a major blow to the U.S. team in the hopes of making it to the quarterfinals. That is a red card? Really? That was a red card. That was ridiculous. That was that was ridiculous. Maybe a yellow card, but not a red card to be automatically thrown out of the game. No way. That was the stupidest thing I ever heard. We got that goal. If we didn't get that goal called back, we would have come up with maybe a 2-2 tie or maybe a chance to win it. But the stupidity of this referee, I mean, it's just, that was just uncalled for. There's no way that should have been a red card. I saw the video review. It did not look like a red card to me at all. No. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was her. All right. So moving on. Oh, just let me get rid of this here. I did a lot of notes this week too, guys. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get everything in. All right. Well, we had a bit of a problem with the Yankee game last night, but it wasn't because they lost. Yankees starting pitcher Marcus Stroman took responsibility for losing his temper last night against his own teammate, Yelber Torres, despite winning 16-5 over the Goofy Blue Jays. Strom, a right-hander, yelled at Torres, a second baseman, after the Yankees failed to turn a double play in the fifth inning, which led to a run. It was frustrating, said Stroman. I felt like it was a good pitch. That was a big spot. I wanted to turn the double play, but for some reason, we just couldn't do it. Okay. Stroman took to Torres afterwards to clear the air. The pitcher said later in a social media post, raw emotion and passion are part of the game. Yeah, I believe that. But, I think maybe you're a little bit too hard on him, for that. There are a lot of times you can't turn a double play. I've seen it happen before. I don't think, he deserved to be treated like that. I mean, it's your own teammate, for crying out loud. Manager Aaron Boone did not see Stroman's outburst as decisive. There's no issue with Stroh's heart, mind, and focus, said Boone. Sometimes when you're competing like that, it spills over. There's no issue in that room with anything. Stroman was the first Yankee out of the dugout after Torres hit a two-run homer in the sixth. He always was the guy who supports everybody, says Torres, while making a return to being benched for 2 games. Torres went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and the Yankees clobbered him anyway. I mean, it was no contest, really. Okay, so the Blue Jays took a short lead, later on. But after that, it was the Yankees all the way. They had 18 hits and 16 runs. So, basically, once that was, over and they took control of the game, I think it's pretty much all forgotten. Look, we all lose our tempers, but we have to find a way to control it. We're only in mid-season right now. We got a long way to go. You can't go off half ape, just because you missed one double play. I've seen it a lot before. Let the manager do it. Let the manager take care of it, though. Yeah, but the manager should handle discipline, not the teammate. Okay, that's his problem. But Boone should be the one to discipline him, not Stroman. Boone should be, no, but I think it should be to the manager to discipline the team, not the team person themselves. You're supposed to support them, not knock them down. The manager's in charge, not the left-hander, not the second baseman or anybody else. Let the manager handle it. Yes, they should, but it's the manager's job to discipline the player, not the teammate. All right, the Sacramento Kings sent former lottery pick Davion Mitchell, Sasha Vernick, 45th pick of the draft on Thursday to the Raptors in exchange for Jalen McDaniels. The deal gets the Kings under the luxury tax and opens a roster spot. Mitchell, the 9th overall pick in 2021, averaged 5.3 points, 1.9 assists, and 1.3 rebounds per game in 15.3 minutes per game. The point guard, his best season was his rookie season of 11.5 points per game. The 45th pick was used on Rockets guard Jamal Sneed. Venskov, a forward who was drafted in the second round in 2017, averaged 5.4 points per game and 2.4 rebounds in his first WNBA season. McDaniels, who was a forward, who entered the league as a second-round pick of the Hornets in 2019, averaged 3.4 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, averaging 10.9 minutes per game in 56 games with the Hornets before being traded to the Sixers at the trade deadline. Oh, I had a women's story here. Yes, I do. All right, soccer fans, brace yourself because I know how you're going to take this. Or maybe you really don't, or really have no opinion, but I'll do it anyway. Alex Morgan has been left out of the Women's Olympic roster, making it the first time since 2008. That's a year before she joined the team. U.S. Women's National Team coach Emma Hayes named her 18-player roster, which was named on Wednesday, calling upon 10 players who participated in last year's World Cup, which they finished miserably. Morgan, his name was not on the roster. Her 224 caps and her 123 goals are the most among active players and ranks fifth and ninth, respectively. I kind of think of it as the soccer version of Caitlin Clark. Making the Olympic roster is both a privilege and an honor. There's no denying that there's extreme competitive process, and the players that were selected were difficult choices, considering how hard these players over the past 10 months. Midfielder Karadian Marcino followed um, Mallory Swanson, both made the roster after missing the 2023 World Cup with serious injuries. Hayes' roster includes several vets, including goalkeeper Alicia Nair, captain midfielder Lindsay Horan, and Crystal Dunn, who was listed as a forward and not a defender, making her third Olympics. Hayes formally assumed her role as head coach last month after accepting the job last November. She hopes to guide the U.S. women's team to their first gold medal in 12 years. It's been a long time. The first Olympic gold medal, I should say. Morgan said she was disappointed in not making the roster, but she says the tournament will always be close to her heart and takes pride in putting on the crest. It says, in less than a month, I'll be supporting my teammates and cheering them on. The U.S. is hoping to do better than their worst finish in a major tournament, which is at last year's World Cup. And that was disappointing, to say the least. Yeah. But I'm kind of sad, too, that Morgan didn't make it. I mean, she is a dynamic player. And, it's not gonna be the same without her. What a shame. All right, LA Sparks forward Derica Hamley will replace Cameron Brink on the Olympic 3x3 women's basketball team. Brink was selected to the women's team earlier this month, but suffered a season-ending ACL injury in her left knee, yowza. Now lost to the Sun earlier this month. That left the spot open. National Team Director Jay Dennings says he welcomes Derica to the team and looks forward to working with her on the squad soon. Hamby was a 3-on-3 appearance with Team USA Basketball, reaching last year's FIBA America Cup when the U.S. took home gold. She also participated in training camps for the U.S. 5-on-5 team. She's also a WNBA champion with the Vegas Aces, averaging 17.5 points per game, 10.5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists. And for those of you who followed the Euro Cup, now Italy is out of contention as they lost to Switzerland 2-0 earlier this afternoon. Yuck. What a shame. The defending Euro Cup champions, might add. So, but does the U.S. team stand a good chance Monday's matchup? Any thoughts? Yeah. 35. She's not old. Yeah, I know. So do I. I mean, if 35 is old, then I must be ancient. You don't agree with me? Well, maybe. She can be a good alternate, that's for sure. All right. Uh, okay, just to do a quick this week in history. I'm trying to do more recent ones. All right, 1961, Giants outfielder Willie Mays becomes the fourth player in history with three or more home runs twice in one season, with a 10-inning blast in the Giants' 8-7 win over the Phillies. Oh, yeah. 1969, on Billy Williams Day at Wrigley Field, the Cubs outfielder passes Stan Musial's NL record for consecutive MLB games played with 896 as Chicago swept the Cardinals 3-1 and 12-1 in a doubleheader. 1977, future Hall of Famer Willie Stargell hit his 400th career home run as his Pirates rout the Cardinals 9-1. And it was also 1979 Sportsman of the Year with Sports Illustrated along with Terry Bradshaw. I remember that. I had the cover. 1984, the then Expos Infielder Pete Rose plays in his record 3,309th game, surpassing Kyle Yastrzemski of the Red Sox. Oral Hershiser began a string of making every scheduled start until 1990 for the Dodgers back in 1984. 1986, the Red Sox trade for Tom Seaver. Everybody remember that? I know I do. 1986, Argentina beat West Germany in the 1986 World Cup. Oh, yeah. Also, 1986, Sparky Anderson is first to win 600 games as a manager in both leagues. All right, here is probably the wackiest game in modern baseball history. Yankees blow an 11-4 lead, but trailing 14-11. Dave Winfield's eighth inning grand slam beats Toronto 15-14. Don Mattingly, a.k.a. Donnie Baseball, also grand slams. Wow. Yep. Dave Stewart no hits the Blue Jays. Randall Valenzuela no hits the Cardinals. St. Louis, the first time no hitters in both leagues. 1992, Eric Lindros goes to Philadelphia instead of the Rangers after Quebec traded him twice. Quebec received a six-player, two draft picks at $15 million. Yuck. 1992, Dennis Eckersley sets a record of 26 straight saves for the season. Too bad he couldn't do that for the Dodgers, and too bad he couldn't do it for the A's back in 1988. Oh, no. Because remember, it was Eckersley that gave up the home run to Kirk Gibson. If you remember that, right? In those words of Vince Scully, the impossible has happened. And it was. It was impossible. Two bad legs and whatnot. And, seriously. Oh, and Asia Wilson of the Fever and teammates Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark are the top three vote getting for the WNBA All-Star game, which was announced yesterday. Chicago Sky's Angel Reese is the only other rookie, rather than Clark, to be in the top 10 in fan voting. So there's a surprise. Not really. Liberty Brianna Stewart rounds out the top five as well. She has 151,984 votes. Dallas Wings Archie Odubel with 130,088 points is second scoring with 25.4 points per game. Sabrina Eskinu is also in the running at 118,949 votes. Reese with 18,490. Aces Kelsey Blum has 117,217. And the Lynx FCA Collier with 103,550. The All-Star game played January 20th in Phoenix. Now match the 5-on-5 national team that head to the Olympics next month against Team USA. The final All-Star rosters will be announced on July 2nd. Okay, we got to wrap it up. Rasal's coming up next. Don't forget to check out his show. And don't forget to check out YouTube. Well, later on, type in the Enhanced Sports Show. Yeah, I will do a show next week, even though it's back on the 4th of July, but I'm going to do it. For those of you with any objections, sorry. But I'll do it, so I hope you can all join in. Be safe through this 4th of July weekend, because I want you all back safe and sound. And we'll talk some more sports next week, same time, same station. So have a happy, safe 4th of July, and good night.